everybody. Oh my gosh, it's Thanksgiving week. How's everybody doing? Okay, it's Fran here. Just a quick little intro before the Thanksgiving podcast rambling, all the things begins. This is a fun episode, you guys. Angela's in charge, and before we sat down, I had no idea what we were going to be talking about, but this is a fun 30 minutes of just being in the middle of all the random things that we talk about, and we just love you guys. We're thankful for you this week. Every week we're thankful for you, but I pray we both do that this week is full of some joy, some patience, and just enjoy the time off. Every day is a gift, right? And we've got this one life that we're here to live. And so regardless of what you're doing, whoever you are with, may your heart be full, and the overflow of that full heart just spills out to everyone around you. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We sure do love you. Have a great week. Enjoy the show. Okay, this is so much fun. Angela, you're in charge, and I don't even know what we're going to talk about. So happy November. I don't even know when this is going to air. Who the heck cares? Nobody cares. And so let's just jump right on in. Let's go into the deep end. What are we talking about?
Who put me in charge? Well, first of all, I have a brain freeze for the very best reason. We just slurped down some peppermint milkshakes from Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, we did. Thank you, Grant Edwards and Chick-fil-A here in Jackson, Tennessee on Van Drive. The best in all the world.
I could go there every single day.
Yeah, and put on 700 pounds quickly.
It's such a happy place.
Yeah.
Well, Fran, you deserved a milkshake because you've had a rough couple of weeks.
Okay, yes, I have.
You have. See, your brain is still recovering from all the things.
What are we talking about?
For listeners who don't know, remind us what you do for a living.
Okay. Yes, I work at Union University, and I work in the admissions office, and I oversee the campus visit experience. And so that's a personal visit, but it's also preview days and special events. And October, I know it's not October, but we are coming off of an extremely busy season, just where all the kids go. You know, this is the time of the year where people do all their college visits. So we're exhausted.
Well, after I went on my first campus tour,
God help you,
I came back to you and said, Fran, I had no idea what you do.
Listen, it's a lot of work, but it's fun.
It's a lot.
It involves a team. It's seasonal. It'll pick back up again in the spring in different capacity. But yeah, it's so much fun. But dang alive, we are beat.
Well, I had a friend tell me last week that her child came to the preview day. She didn't have any idea that she knows who you are, but I don't think she even made the connection. And she said, my kid cannot stop talking about the cadavers.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's if you got to be a science person. So our nursing students and pharmacy students, they learn off of a human cadaver.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so much fun. But I'm a science person, so I love it. So for me to say it's so much fun, that's not fun for everybody.
It would not be fun for me.
Yeah, it's pretty
but
cool.
She loved it.
Yeah.
Like that may be the reason she comes to Union.
Well,
she loved it.
Listen, anybody in the medical profession, I need you to be learning off of something that is as close to the real thing as possible. And it just doesn't get any closer than a cadaver.
Well, I'm glad you're getting a break of sorts.
Yeah, it's that time of the year, Angela. It's that time of the year. Thanksgiving, Christmas. Here we go.
It's coming up. It's coming up. So I didn't know until you casually mentioned last week that you have fun Christmas plans this year.
We do. And y'all, please hear me when I say what I'm about to say, that this is just, we have entered a season where our kids are older, 25, 24, and almost 21. And so we don't want gifts. We don't need anything. And we want time together, because it's just hard. People are in adult jobs and living in different places now. And so there was just a lot of calendaring involved of who was off when. And so we're going to New York City literally over Christmas. Like, we will be there Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and, a day here and there around. But yeah, I'm so excited. I've
never been.
Oh, I've been probably 3 times, and it's just the best. I love it. So anyway, that's what we're doing.
Are you ice skating?
Well, listen, one of my kids is absolutely going to want to. His name is Tyler Thomas. The others probably not so much. I want to, but I'm also like, I'm 51. Can I put skates on and like stand up straight without looking like an idiot? I don't know. I'll let y'all know. Listen, I'm going to be so ridiculous with Instagram. So if you follow me,
better be.
It's just going to be a little much. So you'll know whether or not I get out there on Rockefeller Center or not.
Well, I love that y'all are doing experiences as gifts. That's always been. I love quality time. That's
Yes.
one of my love languages.
Yeah.
And it was
Especially
fun.
as your kids get older.
Yes, because we all have excess stuff.
Oh, yeah. Nobody
I don't
needs a
even,
dang thing.
Yeah, you don't even remember anymore.
What'd you get last year for
Who
Christmas?
knows?
I don't know.
Or they blow through the presents so fast,
Right.
and then they don't even know what they
Right.
got. But it was funny. Cole has discovered McKay's.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the books.
Yeah.
He's gotten into vinyl albums.
I love that. That's
Well,
so fun.
It's so much fun. And he spent hours. He's listening to all the stuff we used to listen to, Aerosmith and Nirvana and all the things.
Aerosmith, the hair.
Oh, my gosh. And he looked at me. He was like, Mom, if you need to take a break and go sit in the car, I may be here a while. And I thought, oh, my goodness. Like and this is a boy. 13-year-old boy. He does not shop. He does not focus on much for long. And he spent a good 2 hours in the vinyl album department upstairs at
Nostalgia right
McKay's.
there.
Yes. And it was by the time he got done, he said, I'm really sad there's not any Nirvana. And I said, well, you know, it's popular. It's hard. That's really sought after. Well, we get up to the cash register, and we'd already checked out. And we just happened to look up, and there was a brand new in the plastic Nirvana. They had just put it out.
Okay, can I ask a dumb question?
Sure.
Where do these come from?
I have no idea.
I mean, like, because people aren't buying albums and CDs anymore unless it's, in a store.
Yeah.
And so do they just make X number and, I wonder how that works. It doesn't matter. I'm just curious.
No, but here's okay.
It's kind of like Blockbuster. Like,
yeah, like who's
where do you go
producing?
where do you go get that now?
Yeah.
And who's making them? Okay.
He's into these Funko Pops, or like they look like little bobblehead dolls, but it's like there's one from The Simpsons. He loves The Simpsons, and
I
one
don't even
from-
know what that is.
There's one of
Angela?
Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Oh, that's
it's
funny.
so funny. But he's into all this stuff, so he was living his best life. So while he was in that moment, I kind of took advantage of it. I saw something out of the corner of my eye. They had these calendars. I don't even buy wall calendars
No, that was a
anymore.
big thing too.
But they had calendars. And then I'm going to show you a picture real big on this thing that looked like a calendar. It says Family Fun Night.
Yes,
in
I
the
see
biggest
that.
letters possible. And I said, Cole, will you buy me a Christmas present since you found all these good things? And he was like, yeah, of course. Well, he buys me this, y'all. It's entertaining and engaging placemats.
Oh.
Fun for all. 375 questions that celebrate family and create lasting memories. So we get in the car.
Precious.
He's going through all this stuff, and he just went, oh, no. I said, what? He said, I just realized what I bought you. Because my kids know it. They call me Angel Extra. They
Yeah.
know I'm extra.
Right.
But it was so funny because he was like, oh, my goodness, Mom. I bought you, like, the best, worst gift.
It
Because
is the best worst gift.
we're going to have
Thanks.
all these engaging conversations when we're sitting around. We don't sit around the
Well, I was
table
going to
very
say,
often.
yeah,
But when we do, you have to make it count. So
That's fine.
Stay tuned. If
That's
I find
fine.
a really good question, I'll bring it up on the podcast.
that's so fun.
Well, what else has been going on? Tyler had a birthday.
Yep, middle child had a birthday. He's 24, and Angela, for anybody, there's some people that are just going to get this. Like, I remember when they were in elementary school, and then all of a sudden, you like look at people in high school, and you're like, oh my God, that's so far away. That's 100 years from now. And then you blink, and they're in middle school, about to be in high school, and then you blink again, and they're graduating college, and then you blink again, and they're turning 24, and Clay, the oldest, is 25, and you're just like, dang, I'm old. Like, what the heck? But young adult children is probably, it really is the most fun. And I'm not going to lie, the years leading up to are extremely hard for different reasons with different kids, but it's really fun. It's fun right now. So, yeah, happy birthday, Tyler, HBD.
And he has good friends. We
Yeah.
talked about that. That's
He
sweet
does.
that-
He moved away from Jackson, but he's got good friends around him, and thankfully he doesn't live far, so they're always coming and going. They're burning up the interstate to see each other and all that. So I'm thankful. Yeah, birthdays are just fun and wild, and dang, we're old. We're those people.
We are making it cool, Fran.
Yeah, listen, 51 is just a number.
Well, speaking of kids in college and grown-ups and dumb things, I hate it that they have to get older. It is fun, though.
Yeah.
But I've missed Kaylee she's been gone for a long time.
She's going to be home, though, here soon.
She's going to be home soon. But I talked about the Nutcracker last year, and almost every year of my life, every year of her life that I can recall, we have gone to the Nutcracker.
And just, let me insert this. Remember, Angela, boy mamas don't do that.
That's right.
And so if you are a boy mama listening to this and you think, oh my gosh, I'm never going to go to the Nutcracker,
You can come with us. Or
find
not
you a
go at
friend.
all.
Just find you a friend. Find you another
yeah.
mom, a boy mom, and y'all go and make that a new tradition if that's something fun and sweet and
That's
meaningful.
right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But she has exams the week after the Nutcracker, so I thought we were not going to go for the first time. And it's really nostalgic for me because my mother always took me, and that's how we remember her at Christmas. But Kaylee called me one night last week, and she said, I can't not go to the Nutcracker. I'm going to drive home, get us tickets, we're going. And that was such a sweet, that is my Christmas present.
Absolutely.
That's my experience.
Well, that's time.
That was fun. I want to talk about Chip and what he's doing right now because this
Okay.
is so much fun. It's like
We need to pray.
scary fun, but this is unique.
Yeah, it is fun. Here in Jackson, we have a fundraiser every year for type 1 juvenile diabetes. And it's called Black Tie, which sounds super fun, and boxing.
Okay, I want to talk about boxing, but do you have a dress? for
No,
the black
I'm
tie?
looking. I'm looking.
Where do you find a dress?
I don't know, but I'm looking. And I'm real picky about something like this because the odds of me wearing it again are slim. So I'm trying to think kind of practical, but yet, I don't know. Anyway.
Windsor is a website you need to check out.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us all about it.
Okay. So Chip was asked to be in the boxing ring, basically.
That's
and
crazy.
It is crazy. And so
Has he done this before?
no.
Does he box?
No.
How do you learn how to box?
They've been training since, they started training, we're recording this in November, so I don't know, September.
Wow.
And so they're two teams, and they each have a coach trainer that's over each team. And so you're going to box against somebody on the opposite team. So, and so, yeah, most of these people, if not all of them, they have no idea what they're doing. So the goal is on January I think it's the 26th, 22nd, 20-something, they get in this ring, and, the purpose is to raise money and awareness for type 1 juvenile diabetes. And so, it's a fundraiser, but it's exciting and scary and terrifying because I'm pretty sure that Chip's the oldest one that is a part of this. And so at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, he goes to the fight shop and they learn and practice all the footwork, all the cardio, all the hitting and dodging and all of that goes into boxing. And when you're older, it doesn't matter if you're talking about boxing or you're talking about, I'm going to get out there in the yard and do a cartwheel. You think, I know how to do this. It can't be that hard.
Right.
And so your mind is saying one thing and your body's doing something else. I go out and do a cartwheel right now. My shoulders are going to be sore for 16 days. And so it's just difficult, but he is committed and he's in it and doing the thing. And I'm just going to be a nervous, crazy wreck the night of just, please don't get hurt. Please don't have brain damage. It's all for a good cause until somebody gets hurt. But anyway, it's super fun. I'm proud of him because I'd have been like, I'm all about a good cause, but I don't know if boxing. But here's the thing, too. There's 2 females that are in it.
What?
I know. So, here, let me suck on my
Wow.
peppermint milkshakes some more while those 2 women get out there and, they're both nurses, I think. I think
Oh,
they're
my
both,
goodness.
and they're all, listen, they're all fit. Everybody's in shape. I'm like, and Chip's fighting a guy that is half his age.
Oh my god, is he bigger than?
He's bigger,
other guy?
yes, but they I think I'm right in this, that they put you're fighting somebody that's comparable to you, not in age, but it's a skill thing. But still, I'm like, Chip's 52 and this guy is 26.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So literally half his age.
Fighting your kid.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to Instagram this too.
Y'all,
when is it?
It's sometime in January.
Okay.
Again, it's either the 22nd or 26th. I don't know why I'm having a hard time remembering that.
You're
But
going to have the best content for stories. A day in the life of Fran Thomas. What a
listen.
wide variety.
Oh, listen, everybody just either love it or mute us for a while when that's going on, because it'll be a lot.
Well, I have a new fun thing that Kaylee told me about. And it is called Nice Shirt Thanks. Have you heard of this?
Not until you told me about it, and I've already passed it along to somebody else.
Goodness.
And I want to order one so bad. I'm going to do it for my kids, I think.
It's like the Rubik's Cube of presents.
Yeah,
It's like
it
you don't
sure
know what
is.
you're going to get. You send them 3 words. She sent dinosaur, picnic, Taylor Swift. I need to just put a picture in stories.
Yeah, we will, because you have to
so
see
cute.
what they come out with.
It's a picture of a dinosaur holding a picnic basket, wearing Taylor Swift's cardigan.
It's the best.
It's
the
so
and
cute.
so, what a great conversation, piece to be like, oh my God, like, well, that's the craziest shirt. That's the dumbest shirt. Why do you have that on your shirt?
Or to ask somebody that you're buying for, hey, give me 3 words,
Oh.
and then surprise them with a T-shirt
Oh
for Christmas.
my gosh, so much fun.
And they're not that expensive, and there's all different styles.
I love it.
So nice shirt.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, speaking of Taylor Swift.
Yep.
She is on repeat. I love the girl power. If they're not going to sell her master sister has recorded all of
Yeah.
her music all over again.
Yeah.
Taylor's version, Red released.
Yeah. She's just one of my favorite people. I just love her well, of course, good grief. She's brilliant, so talented, and just, a little persistent and bossy in all this, which I love. I love it. I just love that she doesn't back down, and I don't know. I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan.
It was like the classiest way to tell somebody off.
Right.
She was like, fine,
exactly.
I'll just record it my
yeah,
way.
not bossy. She's just, I guess, I don't know, classy bossy. I don't know.
Whatever.
I'm
Choose your
proud of her.
word.
I'm proud of her.
Better Man, Little Big Town, just back off. I mean,
Yeah.
so many of her songs. I made the mistake. We had volleyball senior night, and I was already emotional. I made the mistake of listening to the 10-minute version of All Too Well on the way to the senior dinner. And I got there. I was like, this was a big mistake.
Big mistake. It's
I'm all up in
wonderful,
my feels.
but a big mistake.
And then speaking of, I had sent, so like the day that it came out, it's like I'm, trying to be 18 years old, but I've got all these group texts with all these younger friends, and they're all just, freaking out about it. Brittany, if you're listening, Brittany blew up my phone. We had so much fun talking about Taylor.
That's fun.
But I was texting Kaylee screenshots of my favorite songs. And then we quit, and then a couple of days later, I sent her a screenshot of the song Come Back, Be Here, because I love it. But
But something
Kaylee
happened.
sat back and said, Bestie, are you okay? And I said, haha, yes, I just love this song. And she was like, oh, good. I thought you were having a bad moment.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, Come Back, Be Here is like
that's great.
our new joke. But
That's
anyway.
great.
Okay, so I pulled from our Instagram, several of y'all sent us things that you need advice or want us to ramble about. And we love when we hear from you so much. But before we get to your things that you need to know, I have something that I need either Fran or our listeners to weigh in on. And this is serious. Like so serious it has really affected my life.
Seriously serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It matters to you.
It matters to me because it's a game changer for my day. I love that it's finally cooler weather. I love that I get to wear my cute little ankle boots. There is nothing worse than wearing those cute little boots and have your socks slide down to your toes.
I have nothing to offer you.
Oh my goodness, y'all.
Somebody's going to have some wisdom to share with us on
Somebody,
this
yes.
because there is a Hollywood secret out there that we just don't know about yet. But
What
it's
socks do we need?
Well, and it's what would be great if there were some built-in socks.
Oh.
Like when you just put your foot in the boot, the little booty, the sock's already there and it doesn't go anywhere.
Like Uggs?
Yeah.
Like zip them in?
Yeah, it just is there.
Yeah.
And
How do
then-
we wash them?
I don't know. I don't know that, but no, it's the worst.
Somebody
It's the
listening's got to know
worst.
because it really is like the difference in my day. Am I having a great day? Yeah.
But
Wait
I
a
can't
minute.
walk
Maybe I'm
because
not.
my shoes and my sock is wadded up in a mess in this booty. So I'm going to have to sit right here. I can't walk with you to go do that thing.
I was in a client meeting. I'm telling off on myself. I was in a client meeting in my conference room, and I could feel something in my boot. And I had already taken my shoe on and off multiple times this day in the office because my sock was sliding down my boot. And I thought, what is in my boot? It is killing me. And in the middle of a meeting, I'm trying to be so discreet and like slip my shoe off and pray my feet don't smell. And I like take my boot off, and one of those big black binder clips had somehow gotten in
I'm
my
sorry,
shoe.
what?
Apparently, in my office, I don't, y'all, who knows?
How did that get in your shoe?
I don't know, but it hurts to walk on it. It's like I had a Lego in
Like
my
a
boot.
Lego.
So
Oh.
that's the danger. That's the occupational hazard. If somebody doesn't fix my life and find me a good pair of socks,
Yeah, please. I got nothing.
I'm falling apart.
Yeah, that's one reason why I don't wear mine hardly. Well, I
Yeah.
don't wear them to work much anyway, but I'm just kind of like, this is not going to make me happy. I'm going to be in a bad mood 15 minutes after I get to work.
Well, you can't fix my life and my socks, but Fran, one of our listeners had a question that I think you can speak directly to. You ready for this? Raising boys. Send help.
Send help.
And we
Oh,
responded back and
gosh.
said, okay, happy to tell us, how
Yeah.
old? 4. 4
They're
years
4.
old. What do you remember, Fran? Help her along.
Well, here's the thing. I'm about to say something that is just like, oh, you're right, but it's not anything that this is not new. But I do think as boys age, it becomes more apparent as your son ages, and that is, okay, this is going to sound so stupid, but you're going to get it. As a mom, you're a girl, and sons are boys, and you're just different.
Oh, that is so true.
You're just different. Your interests are different. They're not like you. Even though a son may have some of your characteristics, or, you're like, oh my gosh, like, Cole, you are just like your mom, or, Tyler is a lot like me, but he's a boy and their minds are different. Girls can have things figured out quickly, and, they're problem solving and multitasking at a very young age, really. And boys they're just slower. And we know that, and we'll even, kind of make fun. Well, a boy's, front part of their brain is not developed till they're, 60. But there's truth to that. And
Right.
so you've got to be patient with them. And they want to be loud, and not all of them. I mean, I have 3 and they're all very different. But, there's seasons where they want to be messy, and they just want to push the same truck in a circle for 6 hours, and they want you to watch. But, girls have the same type tendencies like that. But boys are just different, and you've got to be patient with them, and just go back to remembering they're not like you. And I think if we remember that often, you will not get as frustrated. I mean, everybody gets frustrated with their kids, but it's even more frustrating for a mom to parent the opposite sex, because you're just like, you make no sense to me. You're driving me crazy. I don't understand. I don't like, and it's just, that's all I have, is just to be patient and not try to figure them out. You will, but you really won't have a real good understanding of who they are until they're probably like Clay and Tyler's age, which is 25 and 24. And that's simply because you've lived through a lot of life. That doesn't help you in the moment, but when they are, when they're 4, when they're 8 and 10, when they're 14, when they're 16, 17, 18, when they're 21, to me, those are just significant markers where just a lot's going on. Just be patient and know that, you could even go ask your husband, and there's sometimes no help, and that's okay. You just be patient and just, love them and parent them the best that you can in that moment, because none of us are getting it right. None of us.
Well, and I like what you said about how, like, there's seasons, because the things that used to drive me crazy are the things that I miss the most. And,
Well, absolutely.
And it just ends. Or it
just
evolves.
ends. Well, and here's the thing, too. You don't know when it's going to end. You could wake up one day and that was the end of that season, and you have no idea. And so the little things for I just call them little guys because they're just so precious when they're 4. And I know that the mom could be sitting there going, they're not precious. I want to wring their neck. But remember the saying, especially as your kids get older, you think about it a lot, but the years are long and the days are short. Mm-hmm. Is that it? Did I say it right? The days are long, the years are short.
That. I'm like, wait, I don't know.
It goes so fast.
It does go so fast.
And you're not going to remember when they're 4. And you're going to be so sad that you don't remember when they're 4.
I can remember coming home from work and being absolutely exhausted, and Cole just wanted to play trains or tractors.
And like, I don't care a dang thing. Because girls don't care about trucks.
And I was like, will you please just let's take a bath.
Yeah.
Let's get in the bathtub. Play with your...
Let's watch a movie.
Play with your boats. Do something.
Most girls, I don't want to say all girls don't care about trucks, but, it's just that difference in who we are as people. And anyway, you just got to be patient and love them and
embrace where they are.
Yeah, because it'll change.
Yeah.
It'll change so fast.
Okay, you ready for another one?
Yeah, what's
Knock
next?
that one out of the park.
That was a pretty, okay. Not much wisdom to that one.
No, that was good. Okay, here's one that when I saw it, I thought, you know what? That reminds me of something.
Hey, let me pause. Go
ahead.
If anybody ever wants to talk about a specific age with a son, now I can talk about. It's hard when they're 4 because you just don't have a whole lot underneath you. But if you want to talk about your 12-year-old, your 16-year-old, your senior in high school, and those years after that, oh, yeah, let's talk. Okay, carry on.
Okay, so another listener wanted to talk about boundaries. This is such a perfect thing to talk about as we're heading into holidays. And family can be wonderful, but they can also be triggers for some of us. And just the holidays, the days are getting shorter. People are just kind of difficult sometimes. So boundaries, setting and keeping them with grace. That is what the listener wanted us to talk about. So the first thing that I thought of is one of the very best books that I can ever point people to. And that's a book called Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud. And it is so good. And he has an Instagram account.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Boundaries Books.
Okay. Everybody needs to really read that book. Or not even just read it, but read it and discuss it. Be in a small group with that book.
Oh, that would be good. What comes to mind when you think about boundaries and how to set them and keep them and show grace? What do you think about?
I think as females, we love the concept in theory. But when it comes to our family and friendships, we're afraid of hurting people's feelings because a lot of us are people pleasers. We're keeping family dynamics, kind of trying to keep family dynamics stable. We're trying to keep friendships stable. We're just trying to keep all the things. And so we just get scared. We get afraid to say some truth. Or sometimes maybe you don't have to say it, you just have to implement it. And you're just afraid of hurting people's feelings. And so I think everybody listening is going, yep, you're exactly right. And so then you're thinking about where you need to establish a boundary, like who is that person? And just finding that one person that you need to have boundaries with and figuring out, okay, do I need to say something? Or are we just going to implement new rule, and it's hard because it's taken me a long, long time to get to this point. And way back in the day, y'all probably heard us say this, but I believe it with all my heart. We aren't meant to have everybody up close, even our closest family members, because most of the time those closest family members are not in the day-to-day with us. And so they don't understand, they just don't know our lives as well. And you can sometimes our greatest boundary is just keeping them a little bit farther away because they bring stress into your life. And so that's a boundary. Just knowing that, hey, it's okay. Sister-in-law, brother-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, friend A, B, and C. I'm just going to keep you a little bit farther away. That's a great boundary. It's okay to have that boundary.
That's so good. I read a quote that said, good boundaries deal with yourself and not the other person.
Yes, you've got to do what's healthy for you.
Yeah.
And that's, that's the other part. Like you just feel guilt there. You think you're the bad guy because you've implemented some kind of boundary, but oh my God, what if we didn't have them? Do you know what?
Oh.
We're already kind of a wreck, but could you just imagine if we didn't have it and just, oh God, that's exhausting to think about. What a mess.
What a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it helped me because I struggled with this, and I think in the South too for women, we feel like we're called to be martyrs and the boundaries are necessary, and just realizing it's the ultimate form of self-care.
Absolutely.
It's like that whole analogy, the stewardess in the airplane, like put your oxygen mask on first and then you can help the other people. If I'm not taking care of myself, especially when it comes to boundaries, I am no good to anybody around me.
Yeah. It's okay to have them. We all must have them.
I love that this came up because it ties directly into a Bible story that you and I have been talking about lately.
Yeah.
So you ready for story time? You want the quick VBS version because we've got to talk about it. We've got to talk about Elijah. So,
is this Elijah or Elisha?
Elijah.
I mean, because we could just right then and there. It's kind of like when you're first starting out and there's so many Marys. You're like, which Mary are we talking about? And Elijah and Elisha. It's kind of the same. You're just like, I'm so confused. I don't know.
We need a chart. We need to draw out a chart.
I need a children's storybook Bible is what I need.
We need to break it down with the flannel board.
This is why we're in Fellowship U.
This is exactly right. So one of my favorite stories, we've been in it the past couple of weeks, Fran, just joking about needing a nap and a snack. And that's from our buddy, the prophet Elijah. And the prophets of Baal. Am I saying that right? Baal.
Again, that's why we're in Fellowship U.
But in 1 Kings 18, if anybody needs to feel like we did something spiritually appropriate on this podcast, Elijah has dealt with these prophets of this false god. So this evil queen Jezebel gets so mad and orders his execution, and he flees for his life into the wilderness, sinks into a depression, and falls into exhausted sleep.
Yeah.
He is awakened by an angel who feeds him and then lets him continue to rest and eat before he finally gains enough strength to continue on into the safety of the mountains.
So our summary and our takeaway is what?
You need a nap and a snack. Let's go back to the 4-year-old boy. See, this is all coming full circle. Just like Elijah, sometimes we can go from triumphant to despondent in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
We can get caught off guard when things are going really well, and then we crash.
Yep.
But here's the thing. We don't often admit we need a nap and a snack. We don't admit that we have these limits or that we need rest or that we're tired. Talk about that, Fran Thomas.
Okay, I am, because y'all, we are not superhumans. Angela, I'm pulling something up because you sent it to me on Instagram and I think you ended up posting it. Okay, this is what it says. Are y'all ready for this? Because we all struggle with rest because we think somehow running a rat race at 45 million miles an hour is the better thing to do. Okay, the Instagram account is called Upworthy. And it's the quote or the post was, I don't know who needs to hear this, but rest is not a reward. You don't have to earn rest. You need rest. You deserve rest. You are worthy of rest simply because you are a living being. And don't ever feel guilty for taking time to rest. All the people said. Amen.
So you and I decided.
We this is the Fran and Angela
This is the Frangela version.
Found in Scripture. Yeah, you'll find it there.
It's not just a nap and a snack that we need. This is our boundary. We need a nap, Starbucks, and a walk.
Yeah, absolutely we do. So now we just kind of say, you need to go get you a nap and a snack. And actually, that means I do need a nap. I'll have a Starbucks, and I need a walk. But it's the same concept.
It's our Trinity.
Yeah.
Not the Trinity,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
our trifecta
Yeah.
of things to keep us from killing
Yeah,
people.
it's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And here's what I love about this story in 1 Kings. There is such a beautiful ending to the chapter. After Elijah makes it into the mountains, he literally meets God.
Oh,
He's had his nap and his snack, and God comes to him, not in the wind, not in an earthquake, not in a fire, but in a gentle whisper. It's when
love.
we stop denying our humanity and our limitations and stop pretending that we are God and encounter the one true God. Then we find our true selves because we can finally hear him.
Yeah.
We're never going to hear his whisper and all the craziness if we don't stop and rest.
and I'm going to add this little caveat to it. I think resting without your phone
Oh,
is
yes.
like, I'm not talking about sitting on the couch and scrolling. I mean, like resting your mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the walk without, any kind of anything coming in your ears or whatever. Anyway, I know that's a challenge for us all. Okay.
It's so hard. I have to make myself, it's so sad.
Mm,
I have
well,
to
yeah.
make myself focus on not focusing on things.
So
Does that
it's
even make
painful.
sense?
It literally hurts.
It's like holding a blank canvas in your brain without
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
going straight to, well, I need to pick this
Yeah.
up at Kroger,
I
and well,
know.
I need to.
I know.
But until we give God that space, we're never going to hear that whisper.
I know.
So that's our challenge, and
Yeah.
it's attainable in the middle of all the crazy. I read a story one time about a mom of like 5 or 6 kids, and they were all crazy running through the house. And this was her boundary. This is what she needed every day. She picked the craziest hour in her house. Her husband was coming home between like 5 and 6 o'clock. She would withdraw into her bathroom and take a bubble bath
Yeah.
for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was her time. She was like, you know what? I'm going to come out of this. And not everybody can do that if you
Right.
have kids that
Well,
have to literally be
yeah.
watched. But you've got to find where it is that you're likely to just snap and build some rest in.
Absolutely.
We all need it.
Absolutely.
It's attainable. So if your family starts getting on your nerves, go take a bubble bath or go for a walk.
Go get a nap and a snack.
Nap and a snack, or nap, Starbucks, and a walk.
Your version of a nap and a snack. It's
right.
biblical.
Well, Fran,
Okay, what else? Are we going to end this thing?
I think we've rambled quite a bit. What have we not said?
I don't know. This is fun, y'all, and I don't know. I think the time of the year when you think about seasons, this is a sweet season where we are tempted to go 1,000 miles an hour, and so just without being corny, but sometimes corny is what we need. Sometimes cheesy is what we need. We don't want to forget the reason for the season and to be thankful in all things, to remember that Christ is the center of our December and our Christmas. And anyway, I don't want to be a crazy person and not enjoy the time of year that we're in.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
And we have got some good stuff coming up for the Advent
Sure
season and the
do.
Christmas season.
Sure do.
Y'all are going to love it.
It's so fun, everybody. We love you guys so much. Thanks always for listening. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you next time. Wasn't that just a lot of fun? All right, don't forget about show notes. You can see show notes, everything that we talked about that we felt like you might want to know or have more info on. Those can be found in the show notes. So if you're listening on any podcast platform, just scroll down a little bit and you'll see them there. Okay, guys, happy Thanksgiving. Eat all the food and do not think another thing about it. We love you guys. Have a great day.